After our movement break, we can be respectful and ready to roll again. So after our reading today, what is a disability? Claire, what is a disability? Disability is something that someone cannot do. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yep. Fabulous. It's going to be something that's harder for at least someone, right? Or it's going to be something that makes it, they have to do it in a special way. So it's not that deaf or blind people can't communicate. They just do it differently. Very good. What does it mean to be blind? It means what, guys?
You can't see.
That is, what are some ways that blind people cope with their disability so that they kind of work through their disability? What are some things they do to cope with it? Turn and talk. Good one. Good example. What do blind people do to help them be okay?
They also are special glasses that can help them see.
If they have any vision left, they might be able to do that. But did we read about that today? 3, 2, 1. Kaylin, what is one thing blind people do in order to cope with their disability or help them be okay with their disability? Right or sit, face forward. Can you say that again, please? They use seeing eye dogs, or what else do we call those seeing eye dogs? Guide dogs. And they use canes. Those are great things they do. What else can blind people do to cope with their disability? Ryder, what else can they do? What do blind people do?
They can use a cane.
Yep, and that's what we just mentioned. She mentioned cane and seeing eye dogs. What did we just read on the last few pages? What can blind people use?
I know it's what it has. I'm not going to say it.
Perfect. Did you find it in there? He said they use a system called Braille. Ryder, air high five. You just went back in the text and found your answer when I asked you. That was awesome. If you don't know the answer, you look back and find it. Reread it, right? Awesome job, Ryder. They can also use Braille. What does it mean to be deaf? It means you
cannot hear.
Yep, you can't hear. You're unable to hear. So, same question, different disability. What do some deaf people do to help cope with their disability? Turn and talk.
Reading lips, and they also use their other senses. Like if they can't hear when someone's talking to them.
3, 2, 1. What can deaf people do to cope with their disability? Viola Baker. They can use sign language. Fabulous. Lexi, what else can deaf people do to overcome their disability or cope with their disability? So she said they can use sign language. What else did we read they could use to help them overcome their disability? They can read lips. And what did you do to figure out the answer today, Lexi? Or what did you really do? She read my lips. Hey, it works, right? It's something different. Very good. Third graders, to end our activity, please, or this chapter, please take out your activity notebook. And we are going to go into page 97. What page?
97.
Oh, you beautiful creatures. Page 97. Get it out?
Right here. It is overcoming
Does this look familiar?
Yes.
Today, you are going to use text evidence. You're going to go back and you're going to answer some questions. We have 1, 2 that are going to be multiple choice. Page 97. On the back side, you're going to figure out what the word gesture means in this sentence and put your page number where you found the answer. You're going to write what it means to read lips, and you're going to include the page numbers. And then the bottom one, just which of the following is in alphabetical order. If we say something is in alphabetical order, what do we mean?
It's in order.
It's in, Grayson?
Order.
It's in order. By what?
By letters of the alphabet.
It's in order by letters of the alphabet. Now, we talked about this a few times, but if I come across two words that start with the same letter, what am I going to do? Cooper, what am I going to do?
Look at the second.
I look at the second letter and I see which one comes first in the alphabet. You're going to run across that when you go through this today. We have, I'll give you the time you need to complete it. We'll have time. And I want you guys to go through it. If you're stuck, if you need help, what can you do?
Raise your hand.
Raise your hand and I will be around. Make sure that you are including the page number wherever it asks for the page number today. Sound good? Joey, what's your question? I sure can. We'll do pencils in just a second. Charlie, what's your question? You are doing 97, 98. So just overcoming disabilities part 1. That's all you're doing. So through question 6. Just 6 questions. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
You may work.